Hey, good evening. Welcome to the 5cs in EVE Online. This is Planet Head, or better known as, where are you there? Robert Gould Shaw, former member of the Union Forces in the Civil War, now a pilot in EVE Online. This is part 3 of creating a CEO, part 1 of creating a corp, and part infinity of running a corp, I guess. So a couple things I want to hit on today. Last video I put up was all about how to raise the standings of your corp CEO and make some quick money right off the bat so you can get your corporation started. Now, no matter what you are or how you play, I can almost always suggest making your own corporation. Maybe for brand new players, stick in the NPC corps for a little bit, but I've never really found a whole lot of use for them, and you're losing a lot of ISK by staying in them. If you don't want to create your own corp, start searching around and see if you can find one. As anybody who's watched the channel, I've had my two other characters before I've created this one on this account have their own corps. The main reason I do that is so that I don't have to pay the taxes for doing missions or killing NPC character bounties. Just to give you an idea here, so with the NPC corp that I'm currently in, I've had to pay out every time I get one of these agent mission rewards, not only for the mission reward, but also for the time bonus, I have to pay an 11% tax. So that is money that is just lost to the game completely. It is one of the siphons of the game to get some of their ISK back. I would much rather have that ISK going toward my corporate account, which would then be used to way down the road buy things for the corporation, including but not limited to building our own stations. That is way down the road, but the sooner you can create your own corporation or join a corporation, the faster you can fix that 11% drain. So I'm going to do that. Very similar as I talked about in the last video. I had wanted to make a character using the name Drummer from The Expanse for a long time, and right at the last moment I changed and decided to go with Robert Gould Shaw. Why? Because I love the dude. Favorite movie was Glory. If you read up on the history, while the movie wasn't exactly along the history side, the whole idea of that is fantastic. I had been toying with names for corporations for quite a while. Again, I was thinking about going with something from The Expanse, being space oriented. I was thinking something along the lines as Tycho Station or Tycho Industries or something along those lines, but I couldn't get my name wrapped around it. And almost as bad as picking your character name, picking your corporation name is almost unfixable. Now, you could shut your corporation down, create a new one, but let's say you have 100 people in your corporation, they would all have to move over. So you have to try to come up with one that you're going to like for a long period of time. In my mind, I've never made a corporation where I recruit other players, but also create a corporation that other people would want to join. My current corporations, BattleBots and the 5cs, were just fillers that I threw in there. Why? Because I watched a lot of BattleBots videos when I was first playing the game. The second one, the 5cs, is because it focuses on the 5cs of survival, of me playing by myself. So that is where Ashford is. So my new corporation name is very similar to an old book that I read. And we're going to get there in a minute. So if you've never created a corporation, by running the missions that I did earlier, I've now done 4 groups of exploration missions across the galaxy, and we'll get into that here in a little while. But I've been able to accumulate a little bit of ISK. I've got about 3.358, a little bit about exactly 3.358 million ISK. If I'm not mistaken, a corporation costs you, I think, a little bit under 2 million ISK to start. So what do I have to do first? Well, I got to go in, and any alpha character out there can create your own corporation. You can only go up to 10 members, but you can do your own corporation. I'm an omega character, but all you alpha characters out there that are trying to save some money, make yourself a corporation. Later on, you can dump that corporation if you find one you like, but save that ISK. So the first thing I got to do is go into my skills, and then go into corporate management. Oh, that's sad. I'm going into corporate management. And I just need to get this up and running. Now, again, this one's fairly cheap, only 39,000. And I am just going to inject enough of the free skill points that I had to get this up and running. And there we go. I now have corporate level 1. I can now have 10 people in my corporation. As things grow, maybe I'll add some more. Never know. I have no idea if anybody's going to want to join this at any point in time. Again, just throwing this out there. And I'm going to try to make this corporation to get it going similar to the way I play the game. Just jumping out there and doing it. Making my mistakes, whatever. So, and learning from them. So we got the corporation management in there. Now let's go in and create our corporation. Let me see here. Personal? No, it is in. It's in social. That's what it was. Social corporation. So this is the current corporation that I'm in. It's an NPC corp. Hedian University. Nice one. They actually gave me some exploration skills to start off with, so that worked pretty well. Again, there's no offices, things like that. And down here, I want to create a new corporation. So my corporation, I do not want the Robert Gould Shaw Corporation. What I'm going to go with is the Alexandrian Ring. Now, I'm going to double check that. Because the worst thing I could do right now is misspell the name of my new corporation. Alexandrian and anybody looking this up might come across some gaming D&D or whatever gaming stuff. It is not that. It is a book that I read a while back. I'm not even sure it was a good book. I know this is horrible. I read it when I was a teenager, but it got me thinking. I don't need that. This is the Alexandrian Ring. It's written by William R. Forstchen. A book series that he wrote was the Rally Cry, the Lost Regiment series, which I loved as a kid. It was about, very similar to Robert Gould Shaw, a Civil War troop that got transported to another planet and had to rebuild themselves. This book here, and I think it became a small series. As you can see, it's only a 3.74 rating, so it's okay. I honestly read it, I liked it, and then haven't thought about it in forever. The game revolves around, or the book revolves around a spacefaring civilization, high-tech civilization, who are gamblers. And they actually go back in time, and they abscond with, they kidnap Alexander the Great. They also kidnap another great leader. I can't remember. I think it was a leader from another world or something like that. And what they end up doing is dropping both characters onto a planet and seeing if they can grow, because they were both megalomaniacs. Is that the right word? Start their own empires. They didn't even know, just their personalities would do it, and then to see who would win. And they gambled on this. Lo and behold, us being the overlords, the spacefaring overlords, I created Mr. Robert Gould Shaw. He's going to create his corporation, and he's going to take over Eve. If you ever think you're going to take over Eve, you're never going to do it. You might want to, it's a great try, but nobody ever has, and there's been people out there that have been playing the game for 18 years. I'm just throwing that out there. But you can always try. Mr. Robert Gould Shaw is going to try to take over Eve. No, he's just going to try to have a good corporation. But I just thought this was a great name for a corporation. I'm hoping it's there. I'm pretty sure it's not taken. And then the tough part, if I remember correctly, is getting a ticker name that is not taken. Sadly, they're just in the ticker name. Okay. So now the tax rate, I'm leaving it 0 because I want all the money to come to my character right now. I've toyed with not having a tax rate on the corporation and only doing events to create money for the corporation. There's more to talk about with that in the future, but I'm going to leave the tax rate at 0 for quite some time. I don't ever see it being high. I've toyed with the idea of letting everybody get anybody that's in the corporation gets all the money that they want. That would be a good way to promote the corporation. And then have special events where you say, okay, on the second Sunday of the month, for half of the day, we're going to rat. Whoever shows up, we're going to rat, and I'm going to bump the tax rate up to 50% for 12 hours, and all that money will go to the corporation. Whoever does the best will get titles, will get options to play, that sort of thing. That's an option. There's other things that you can do, but right now I'm going to leave the tax rate at 0. I don't have a home page. These are things that I think you have to do to create. Now, this is something I could throw in, create a YouTube channel or just a playlist with only focused corporation videos out there. I could create my own website, but I'm not going to do anything with that. I just want to get this up and running. And then, of course, a description. And we're not going to allow friendly fire. So, not going to do anything. I just want to get this up and running. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time. Actually, we're going to go with that X for now. We're going to go with the X. I can always change the picture here. And we're going to go ahead and submit. And my first try on the ticker worked. And there we go. We now have the corporation of the Alexandrian Ring created. Woohoo! Episode 3, corporate made. Next name of the title of the videos will be making a corp, part 1 through infinity. So I got the corporation up and running. Next part is, what do you do next? Well, there's a lot of things that I've been thinking about over the last couple weeks that you need to focus on. How do you recruit? Where do you set things up? What do you do with it? So I'm going to tackle each one of those slowly, but focused. I've got some ideas. I'm not saying they're all going to work, but I think if I try them, some will work and some I can grow upon. So the first thing I need to focus on is recruitment. And that means I've got to create a corporate ad. I need to work on an email and a bio. Those I'm going to do offline. Think about those for a while. I'm going to look at some ads that are out there. I'm going to make some up. The ads cost money, and that's important. So I still need to keep making money to create the corporate ad. I think you can put an ad out for like 2 weeks or a month, but the longer you put it out, the more money it costs. So my current focus is to make as much money for the corporation as possible. That's why I put the taxes at 0. Actually, I could just completely switch it over to while I'm the only member, put the taxes at 100%. No, because I don't want to take any chances there. And then after that, need to focus on things to provide to the corp members. I've got a little list here of things that I wanted to hit on. But some tools that are available to you, I think, are to look at is a lot of it, you've seen me pop this up before, is your in-game map. So we've got the in-game map here and some options to change the map to. I've currently got up bounty payouts. This is a long-term goal, and I think sometimes you want to look at the long-term goal so you keep it in mind so you don't go off on a branch in another way. A long-term goal is to try to figure out a spot. So these larger bubbles here are where the bounty payouts are higher right now. This is something to keep an eye on for killing NPCs characters. The second one is where your corp members are. Now, I don't have any corp members, but this is something that you can use to figure out where all your corporate members are. The third one here, and this is what will be very helpful to me, is where your assets are. And this is something I want to hit on. Let's see here, personal, my assets. There we go. So I'll show you what I've started doing. I have currently 5 stations that have assets in them. Each one of these stations so far are one of the stations that has the career agents. There are 12 career agents, or 12 sets of career agents. So when this is all done in HiSec, all over HiSec in this area, I should have 12 stations with an exploration ship and the next step of getting an industrial ship. And that's something that I'll hit on another video, but that's the next step. I'm raising, so I need to make money. To make money, I'm raising my standings. Once the standings are made, I then get industrial ships. The industrial ships will be helpful to even making more money and providing things for the corporate members that I have and moving things around. So those are the big steps going forward. Things to look forward to in the future. I need to buy PPOs for the corporation. I need to set up a chat channel. I need to set up a Discord channel. And then a lot of other smaller things to get it up and running. But, so a lot of things to focus on. If you try to focus on all of them at once, I think you would get drowned. The other thing too is as corporate members come in, maybe I can assign them certain tasks. Rather than them paying taxes, they can do things for the corporation. I almost said chores. Small things that might be helpful. It might be moving items from one area to another. Might be scouting out an area to see what player groups are there and living, what options are there. Small tasks that are quick and easy to fulfill. And you learn who is worthwhile and who's willing to pitch in a little bit. So the last part here, how long are we at here? I wanted to show, okay, we're at 18 minutes. So this is great. Remember last night or the last video, I was explaining how you can do exploration, career agent missions to raise your standing very quickly. You can do all of these career agents to raise your standing, but the exploration is the fastest. And I wanted to show you how fast it can actually be done. You can make some money on the side, get some ships, and raise your faction standings. I've just flown to I've got all of the major factions, one set of exploration missions done. That leaves me 8 more to do. I'm going to do 1 a day if I can. I went to my second Caldari career agent station mission, and I'm about to go ahead and do the exploration missions here. And I want to show you how fast you can do this. Now, if it's your first time ever playing, this might be a little bit slower, but it will teach you how to do, it'll show you how, my privacy, that's kind of scary. It will show how to actually do exploration, which is the fastest way to make money in EVE at the beginning if you watch my previous videos. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to click on my exploration guy here. Oh, very important before I get started, in my cargo, I don't need these. Good there. From a previous exploration, once you do your first set of exploration missions, you always want to keep, you're going to have it on you, this gas passkey in your cargo. This is very helpful to speeding things up a little bit. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and we're talking to Unachi Ericola, and we're at 20 minutes and 20 seconds. So she's saying, I need you to go to this location. I've already done it 4 times. I know exactly what she's talking about. She's going to be 310,000 ISK. Good. Go ahead and undock. Okay. So we got that done. We're out here, rolling around, and we need to go to the training site. Now, everybody has done the exploration missions will know how to do this. You just come out here and you're going to look for an anomaly training site. This is part of the mission. We're going to warp to 0. Now, here's the kicker. While I'm warping there, I'm going to start scanning. And I'm going to try to save some time here. Analyze. So I'm in warp, but I'm scanning just to get ahead of the game. Okay, I heard my warp drive slow down. Go ahead and approach there, hit my afterburner, and let's see what's popped up already. So I already have a gas training site, a data site, and I'm just looking for a relic site now. Good. Okay. That's for the later missions that are going to pop up. Okay, got my training container done. Looted. And we are going to go and dock back. While that's going on, we're going to see if we can't find our missing relic site. Analyze. Now, the first time you're doing this, if you're new to the game, please take your time. Don't worry about trying to do it this quickly. This is just a way that you can get through this. Alrighty, we got our relic training site there. So we're good. We are set. There's a reason for this. Hopefully nobody goes to these sites while I'm doing this, but it's not that hard to get it done. Okay, I'm in the system. Completed. Okay, now start conversation. Accept. This is the second mission. They are trying, it's the mission where they introduce you to getting your combat probes, show you the different types of sites, but we've already done it 4 times. We don't need to do that. So just to speed things up, I'm not going to go do that. I just scanned down a data site and a relic site and a gas site. So I'm going to go and do these real quick. And I don't actually need this anymore. Go. Put that on the side. We'll go ahead and close the map. I really want to see how fast this takes me. I'm at just under 4 minutes right now. Part of that time will just be the travel time between these. So data site. You're going to think I'm insane. Okay, we're within range. Alrighty, data site. done, let's go get us a relic site. Where were you there? There you are. Warped. If you don't know what I'm doing at this point, you will understand here in about 3 to 4 minutes. And like I said before, if you've never played the game before, don't try to do this right off the bat. Learn how to do the scanning. This is just something to save people time who are making their second or third character and they're wanting to try this out. Boy, this is warping me in far away. I'm going to be slowed down by the distance it's warping me in. Yeah, I could use a micro warp drive, but I'm going cheap. Okay. Got you. And yes, I know. I've seen that message 50,000 times. I normally don't like power gaming, but this is one of those things where it takes such a small amount of time and the benefits are so good for long-term goals that... Whoops. Stop. Didn't want that. Trying to pick this up. There we go. Okay. Last but not least, we are going to go find us that gas site right there. The reason, and this is the kicker, the 5th mission will give you this gas passkey. You have to have the gas passkey to do the gas site, but carrying it over from prior career agents works for later career agents if you want to do that, speed things up for you. If you don't understand what I'm saying, don't worry about it. We're now at 27 minutes, so I want to get this in under 10. I've got 3 minutes. And we're at the gate. This is where I would need the gas pass key. Activate gate. Love the animation of this. Alrighty, drop me right on top of it. We're going to pick that one up. Now that I've gotten all of those items, I'm going to go finish off the mission that I just did. The mission 4. Mission 2. And I can close that out. See here I've got each one of my proofs of discovery. So I can go ahead and minimize that. Might as well reload up my scanner probes. Hello, Ruli. The only thing that bugs me is she's the same person for each one of these factions. Shouldn't be that way. They should have somebody different. They seem to do that everywhere else, and they just don't have that here. Maybe they know what I'm doing. It's a clone. Or maybe I just haven't read it, and there's a reason why. I don't know. We're at 28:30. Last thing we got to pick up is our loot that will be helpful when we get our free ship. Speed that up. This mission takes you, gives you your stuff, then takes you to a fake data site, a fake relic site, and a fake gas site, just to show you what each one of them looks like. Guess what? We just went to one for each one of those. Looted. So I got my stuff. That will be helpful in the future. Activate gate. Whee! 29:10. We're not going to get in under 10 minutes, but we're definitely in under 15. Hello. Might be faster if my skills were better at flying my ship. This is probably the slowest you'll ever see a frigate go. Okay, so we're going to activate that gate. Come on. Activate gate, thank you. There's probably a fast key for this. I should look that up. Last one. Yes, I know. Go away. And she is kind of cute. But I'm old. She'd never like me. Alrighty, we are at 30 minutes. So we just hit the 10-minute mark. And this should be... I just finished the obstacles for finishing this mission. We are going to go dock up. And then the fun begins. The whole reason why I did everything before, you may have already figured it out if you've done these before, but it's all in. I don't want to spend 5,000 years doing every single exploration mission, but it is very helpful if it only takes me 10 to 15 minutes per each one. If you add that up, if there's 12 total, that's roughly 2 hours worth of time to get them all done. Travel time doesn't really matter because what I end up doing is putting it on autopilot to travel from one system to another. While I go mow the lawn or something. Alrighty, so we're docked up. Here's the fun part. So I've got all this stuff here. I'm going to start my conversation. I'm going to complete that mission. Next mission. Hey, can you go check out a data site? Already did that. Here's my proof. Accept. Complete. Request mission. Hey, can you go check out a relic site? Yeah, I can go do that. Got it. Accept. Complete mission. Hey, can you go check out a gas site? Here's a passcode. I don't need that passcode because I already got one and I already did it. Request that mission. Accept. And completed. And I have just completed all of the exploration career missions in 12 minutes. Almost exactly. 12 minutes to get all that done. And my money went up even more because I have upgraded my negotiation skills. And now what I can do is, if I want to go do another one, let's just go into Google Career Agents. Here's my career agents. I'm in Caldari. I think I was just in Akavin. I do not want to pronounce that. Yes. Akianavis. The only other one I have left to do is Javulin for Caldari. So that's the one. How the heck do you spell that? Copy and paste. Jouvulен. Ulen. And search. And there's my station. It's only 4 jumps away. So what has that done for me? Well, my Caldari level should have gone up. And let's just check my interactions. Caldari state 0.76. And my Amar went up to 0.63. It did drop my Mimitar and my Galente just a little bit, and it will do that again whenever I do the next Caldari mission. But then I'll just go do some Mimitar missions. There we go. Ready to roll. Last but not least, what else did it do for me? Well, it gave me the scanning equipment, which I can use for the future. I want to go ahead and keep that passcode in there for my next spot. And in my ship hangar, gave me a Heron and a Bantam. Not too shabby. And I'm ready to roll. So swing over here. And this is if tomorrow morning, if I was to do this, I would do those exploration missions, and then it takes me 12 minutes, and then go make breakfast while I hit autopilot. Normally, I don't use autopilot, but this is such a cheap ship. Nobody's going to blow you up. You're flying from career agents to career agents. It's all level 9 and level 10 areas, so I'm not worried at all. Even if I did get blown up, who cares? I got plenty of other ones. But so that's the video for tonight. Um, any ideas, any questions, any thoughts? I want to give a shout out to fellow who brought up, if you want to read the comments, an idea on setting up uh, offices, corporate offices. I'm going to do that in some NPC stations, but then for the future, look at building stations long term. But so much involved with that. But all I'm worried about now is trying to set up a very viable, useful corporation that's helpful to other players. So that's about it. If you have any questions, any ideas, any thoughts, please feel free to message me. If you are interested in just making a brand new character and joining the corporation and joining the fight, just message me at Robert Gould Shaw, or you can look up the Alexandrian Ring. Every episode I want to show just a little bit of an increase, little positives. If I make an advertisement, I may just update that advertisement. If I do certain things, anything that I do over the course of the next month, I want to show, because I really don't think there's many good videos out there that show other than the initial creation of corporation, best practices. So hopefully I can teach best practices by doing poor practices and learning from them. Alrighty, that's about it. You guys have a great night. Fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however the heck you want. Have a good one.